Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email, and the email says, "Good morning, Mr. Locario. Again, thanks for your help. Your Black Friday deals have taken my game to the next level. There have been many times where I have been depressed or felt insecure and giving up, but I have kept on and have been approaching women. I get self-conscious and think that if I approach more than one woman in the same area, the previous woman that rejected me might try to interfere in my conversation with them, with the new woman I'm talking to. I know that most likely won't happen, but I get anxious and think that will happen. Also, I think women who might have rejected me at places like the supermarket or other areas might randomly approach me and try to tease me or ask me, did I find a woman yet, or something like that. I know this has a very low chance of happening, but my imagination gets this way. Also, I think strangers or bystanders might interfere with my approaches in crowded but quieter places like cafes and coffee shops if I approach more there. How many women do you approach daily to use and not lose your game? Do you approach at least around 5 to 10 women a day? Does it vary a lot depending on the day? Like one day you might only approach one woman and the next day around 10, etc. I have approached around 30 women at the mall a couple of times, and man that exhausts you. A friend of mine and I approached around 20 women at a mall a couple of years ago, and we were both exhausted. I have approached probably over 1,000 women at least in the last couple of years. The last couple of months, though, has shown a huge leap of improvement, though continuously using direct game. Please help. Thanks. All right. So got a lot of questions in here. So what I want to say first is, when you were talking about, you feel like I'm out here and I'm talking to girls and then these other women are going to look at me funny, or people in public are going to, say something to me or whatever, or look at me funny and all this other stuff. A lot of that is just coming from your own mind. You understand? It's coming from your own mind, and it's coming from a place where you sort of might not feel comfortable approaching women, because there's something maybe in the back of your head that's making you think that there's something wrong with approaching and talking to women. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you approach them, you're thinking like, oh, everybody's watching me, everybody's judging me. You understand what I'm saying? And what happens is that that's going to come off in your approach. So, you're saying you're approaching, 30 girls at the mall. You approached like 1,000 women in the past couple of years. And the thing is, you might have had some success approaching some of these girls, because you said, you've seen a huge leap in improvement. But what's happening is that you're not probably getting as much success as you could be getting, because in the back of your head, you keep thinking of all these things that's making you feel like, there's sort of something wrong with it. So when you do approach a woman and you're actually in an interaction, it's not going to go as smoothly or as well as it should be, or should go, because you still you still have that thing in the back of your head where you're saying, well, I don't know if, I'm doing the right thing, or somebody might come up to me and, look at me funny or say something, you understand? Which is all coming out of your own head. Like, that's not really gonna, like, when you're out here approaching girls and talking to girls, no one's really gonna care. Like, no one's like looking at you and taking time out of their day to see what you're doing. Everybody is in their own world. Everybody's walking to where they're walking to, going to where they're going. So if you're, at the mall, or you're walking down the block, or you're in the street or whatever, and you see a girl you want to talk to and say, what's up? You understand? Like, most people are not paying you any attention anyway. You understand? They're doing their own thing. They don't care, right? So the thing is, and if someone's looking at you talking to a girl, it's not a big deal. Like, they'll just look and just keep it moving and doing what they're doing anyway, right? So, don't worry about everybody else and on what's going on around you when you are hollering at chicks. You understand? The thing is, you need to get in your head that, it's okay to talk to these girls. It's okay to holler at chicks. You understand? I understand that we're in a society right now where people are trying to say, oh, well, you can't approach girls in the street because it's disrespectful and all this other stuff, in which some of this, some of the way that you're feeling might be coming from that also. So the thing is, when you are approaching women, and you're talking to girls, you have to fully be comfortable with it, because your success rate goes up dramatically depending on how comfortable you are talking to women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Depending on how confident and comfortable you are in that situation, because the actual talking to them and hollering at them in that situation, in that moment, right, is going to be successful depending on how you feel, how comfortable you feel. Because when you feel comfortable, the girl's going to feel comfortable. Even, it's interesting, because even in situations where you talk to a girl, and I was talking about this in another video I did, when you're talking to a girl, let's say you're talking to a girl and let's say you don't technically even get with her, like, I don't exchange numbers or anything, because, let's say she has a boyfriend, or she might not even be that interested, right? But the thing is that if you're comfortable and you're confident in the situation, right, when you are talking to her, even if it doesn't, even if you don't get her number, there's this a different vibe that's going to happen in that situation, where she's going to be a little bit more receptive and pleasant, because you are coming at her, or you are being more comfortable and confident in your interaction with her. So she feels more at ease. You understand? A lot of times women feel nervous, or women feel weird, because the guy who's approaching them, he's scared, he's nervous, he doesn't know what to do or say. And then she, therefore, doesn't know what to do or say. Do you understand? Because even in the conversation that you're having with a girl, you're still leading that conversation. You're still leading the interaction. By you approaching her, you're already leading the interaction. You are starting the interaction. You're taking the interaction where it needs to go, and then you're closing the interaction. You're closing the deal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you start to lead this interaction and you're leading it in a nervous way, if you're leading it in a way that you're not comfortable, then you're going to have an uncomfortable situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you are comfortable with yourself, if you're cool, calm, and collected, even if the woman sometimes the woman might be a little bit shocked or nervous when the guy first approaches her, and then when she sees that, this guy's kind of cool, then it lowers her defenses. Do you understand what I'm saying? It lowers her, how she, will react and respond. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to be comfortable with yourself first before, you even approach these girls. And so, like I'm saying, is that all that stuff you're thinking about in your head, that is something that might be messing you up when you are approaching these women, right? Now, you were saying that, how many women that should you approach a day and everything like that. Now, when you're first learning how to approach women, it's best to, just approach as many women as possible, so you can have practice. And like you were saying in this email, you were saying it's exhausting, and that's a really true statement. Like, actually going out and approaching and talking to all these girls, it does get exhausting. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that when you're practicing it, when you're actually getting, that practice to get over your fear of approaching, and, to practice your verbal skills, it's good to approach as many women as possible. You understand? Like, truthfully, you could approach maybe anywhere between like 10 to 20 to 25 women a day if you wanted to. You understand? But what happens is that when you start to get sort of like, a little bit used to approaching women, because this is the thing, no matter how many women you approach, you're still going to sort of, have that, you might have a little bit of an anxiety, either way, like the next day. Like, let's say, for example, if you approach a woman today, right? That first woman you approach, you're going to have a little bit of like, oh, okay, let me, you're going to probably hesitate a little bit, because this is the first approach of the day. Now, once you approach her and you do that and you make that happen, the second and third approach will become easier, because you already sort of broke that ice of you approaching a girl. You understand? Now, let's say you approach 25 girls that day, and then the next day, right, you got to start all over again. So you're approaching the first girl of the day for the next day. So it probably might be that little hesitation. So you got to sort of push yourself again to do that. You understand? So, but after a while, if you continuously approach girls, when you're about to approach the first girl of the day at any day, it becomes less of a burden on you to try to make it happen. You understand? Because you're getting used to it. You're making it a habit, right? And the thing is, when you're out here first trying to learn how to do that, it's good to do it as many times as you need to. Now, once you start getting used to it and once it becomes a habit, what I suggest guys do is, because what a lot of guys think they need to do is take out like a whole lot of time out their day to specifically, approach women. Like that's all they're doing. Now that's cool if you do that once in a blue moon. Like let's say it's a Friday night, you're going out and you're going out to hang out with your boys and y'all are actually going out to approach women. You understand? That's one thing. But, I don't suggest you go out every, 3 or 4 times a week strictly to approach women. Do you understand? What I suggest, and I actually talked about this, in a couple of my DVDs, like the Bad Boys Guide to Dating and stuff like that, is that when you are approaching women, right, you should approach women when you are doing your daily tasks. You understand? When you're doing the stuff that you would have been doing anyway. So like, let's say, you are, you said, okay, today I'm going to go to Target to pick up some stuff. Then I'm going to go do my laundry. Then after that, I'm going to go get something to eat, right? So while you go to Target, while you do your laundry and all this other stuff, as you're on your way doing these things, when you're at Target and you see a chick, holler at the chick at Target. When you're about to leave Target, you see a chick, you holler at her there. When you're, going to do your laundry, when you're walking down the block to do your laundry, you see a girl, you holler at her there if you want to holler at her. You at the laundromat, you see a girl, you holler at her at the laundromat. You understand? When you're on your way to go get something to eat and you see another chick, at the store that you're getting something to eat at, you holler at her there. So you're doing the things that you would have been doing anyway, but you are, talking to girls within, that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So you're getting things done. And at the same time, you're talking to chicks versus you just taking a whole day and not doing anything but just talking to girls. You understand? So, that's the thing that you could do. As far as you're talking about, like, how many chicks should you talk to? Because the thing is, when you're first starting out talking to girls, just talk to as many as possible, right? Now, you seem like that you're at a point where you've talked to a lot of girls. You're sort of getting the gist of it. You said you're seeing improvements. So I would say that, still talk to them, but talk to them on your way to doing what you're doing. And all you need to do is, while you're talking to them, just really be comfortable talking to them. You really have to get out of your head that thing where you think everybody's watching you and judging you, because that is affecting how you are approaching these girls and making it happen. You feel me? So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here. If you have any more questions, click the link below and I'll talk to you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.